You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network. Now the largest new media platform on the web and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene. Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's Mistresses After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Mistresses After Show.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Mistresses Season 2, Episode 4, Friends with Benefits. I'm your host, Virginia Reyna.
I'm Eman Redwan.
And I'm Francesca.
And I'm Melina.
And we have a very special guest with us tonight. You guys might recognize her, Catherine Haena Kim, who stars as Anna.
Hi, thank you for chatting with me today.
Yeah, we're so excited to have you.
Oh, of course.
And we opened with your favorite song.
I mean, I love Robin right now.
At the moment.
At the moment, this is my favorite song. Yeah.
Nice.
It was just having a dance party. I don't know if you saw. Hopefully you didn't, because that would have been awkward. Oh, God.
I think it's my first time hearing it, but I really like it.
Yeah, she's great.
Nice.
Definitely a dance party song.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to get right into your little scenes that we had tonight because they were just so we've been waiting for this all season. Ever since we saw it, we were like, this is going to be good. So, why don't you go ahead and kind of talk to us about your scenes?
Yeah, the best way that I can describe Anna is that she's just kind of a lost girl trying to find her way, right? And I keep saying, no matter if you're 25, 45, woman, man, wherever you live, I feel like everyone can kind of relate to that at some point in their lives, or every day, because I'm like that.
Definitely.
You know, when you think you hopefully should have it figured out and maybe you don't, and that's how I connect to Anna. And she definitely is a bit of a troublemaker, and I think she means really, she has good intention, she means well, but she definitely puts Karen through the ringer this season, for sure.
So there's lots more to come.
Oh, this is just the beginning. I'm like, this episode, what?
Oh
boy.
I mean, our first real introduction to your character.
Yes.
Because before it was a little tease here and there, but we're really excited.
Oh boy.
So what kind of research did you do for this role, if any?
You are very convincing.
On Hollywood Boulevard. No. No, not at all. Gosh. For the escort stuff, I did not do any research. That stuff always, it's like so funny to shoot. And the things I'm talking about on this episode, I mean, it makes you so self-conscious, right? So as an actor, I like to do some sort of activity or something else while I'm actually shooting. So that I'm not so self-conscious about it. I'm literally actually having a sex fantasy while I'm shooting this scene because then I'm thinking about something else. TMI. But maybe that is why I'm glowing.
No, it was really. I was gonna ask that because you were so seductive in this.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Job well done.
Yeah, you definitely seemed like you were turning Karen on.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same
thing. Karen was like writing notes, like, "What else? What did you wear?"
Yeah, it's just an actor trick, something so that we're not on ourselves, really. But yeah.
Well, job well done.
Yes.
I know. Apparently, I enticed her so much that she goes out and ventures off into her own sexcapades.
Yeah,
So.
and now she's Jennifer.
Yes.
Jennifer.
Mm-hmm.
I think we all sat there thinking she was going to say Kate. I did, at least.
Yeah.
I can't speak for everyone. You didn't, Ewan?
Why?
Because she was just living off of this fantasy of Anna's, and then here's her opportunity. I swear she was going to say Kate. Did you think she was going to say Kate?
I assumed that
2 against 2.
Always. I assumed that Kate was going to introduce her to this world, so she would pick her own new name.
Well, and what
and
if they want to go out
friends
together?
Yeah,
like
we're
twins.
twins.
I think they can have different names all the time. I just thought her first go round at this thing, she was gonna say Kate because that was Anna's, when she was telling the story and Karen was getting so engrossed and so intrigued. I don't know. I thought it was gonna be Kate, but she agrees with me. So
I'm assuming that your character introduces her to this life. But
well, unintentionally.
Right.
Okay. And the only thing I can really say about it is that things are never what they seem, and on this show they're even better.
Ooh.
So
what can you tell us?
Oh boy. Well, things are definitely down, really down before they're back up for Anna. But I think you see the wonderful friendship that develops between her and Yoonjin's character Yoonjin's character Karen. Yeah.
So are we going to get to see you all season?
Absolutely. I'm not in the next 2 episodes, but in 7 I cause a lot of trouble. Yes. 8 is, I mean, one of those jaw-dropping ends to the episode, and then 9 and 10 are absolutely my favorite episodes that we've done so far, and there's a lot of really good stuff there. So.
Can't wait.
You know what? I'm really excited about your character because I feel like they needed that spice.
Yeah.
Everything was kind of getting complacent. Now it's like, ooh, drama.
Yes.
I love it.
I keep saying I'm thing as I'm talking.
It's okay, girl. I'm excited too.
Yeah, gosh. Well, so I'm on it again. No, I honestly don't even know what to say.
It happens.
A little.
Oh, thank you.
Well, we can start from the beginning of the show and then just recap everything. You can jump in, you know, give us some secrets that we don't know about. So where did the show start? I don't even remember. So much happened.
It was Zach.
He
Zach
walked
knocked on the door.
Zach.
Ooh, yeah.
And I think we all thought that he was there trying to get money out of Savi.
Well, I think before even that, just from the preview from last week, I think we all thought he was there for some trouble. Like, he was going to, I don't know, hurt Savi.
Murderer, kidnapper.
I think we were leaning towards either long lost brother, I don't know where that came from, or murderer.
Yeah, that was like a jaw dropper. I didn't expect that at all, but
totally.
I thought I was a writer this whole season. I've been like, you know,
you've been on it.
I've been nailing it. Let's just put it out there. But this one, I didn't call that. That was
no.
But I'm happy about it.
He showed up at her door like, you know, I had your baby 5 years ago or something. Like that's what
Oh my
it seemed
God.
like.
We talked
That's
about
the
that
vibe
last
that he
week,
gave, you know. And so you don't really see that coming. And then I just didn't understand the whole why she felt so bad for him and bought him the tickets and then lied to Dom about it. Like, I don't understand where this is going. And I don't really like the way that it's going based on what we saw at the end.
Exactly.
I agree. I didn't like the lying. I don't understand it. I think it's gonna put a really ugly nail in that coffin. I don't know.
Yeah.
And because Dom really surprised me that he did not do anything with Tony. I was so sure. I know we had to fight about this last week. I was so sure.
I feel like you guys owe me money.
Yeah, we definitely.
I know. I've won all of our bets.
I'm always making bets.
We put money on it.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, very. I win them all.
Like, I've won them all.
Yeah, she has.
Oh, but Dom's such a good guy. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I think he genuinely has loved Savi for a really long time. And we saw that coming miles away in season 1, you know? So I don't think he would do anything with Tony. I mean, I don't know, because
That's
you
what I
never know what's
said.
going to happen on the show.
That's what I said, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
That's exactly what I said.
So wait, who is your favorite male character on the show?
Ooh.
Because everybody has their favorites here, I think.
Yeah.
I'm torn.
I know.
It's a tie between everybody.
I mean, it's such a hard. You know, I mean, right now, of course, I love Ricky Whittle's character, right? I mean, he literally has a nickname, Sexy Smoldering, you know, that's probably trending as we were speaking. Yeah. And what's so crazy to me is that he's British, and you would never know. He's so good with that accent. Yeah. I'm terrible at accents.
Oh my goodness.
I always feel like I'm butchering it. He's fantastic.
Yeah. The only accent I know is my Ethiopian foreigner accent.
Let me hear it.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it just jumps in. I have no idea. I can't do it.
Oh.
Sometimes I pronounce words with my accent. I don't even notice it. It's a foreigner thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. English is my second language, guys.
Oh, wow. I never would have known. So
ESL.
That's right.
Yeah.
So okay, so you are you sticking with Sexy Smoldering then as your favorite?
Right now it is.
Okay.
Yes. Although I don't know if we want to jump ahead, but that last scene with him in bed when he gets that text message.
Jessica, we got a problem.
Is it the redhead that's going to be on next week's episode?
I can't say anything. I don't know. You're looking at me.
No.
Were we trying to get info there?
I love Ricky. I used to watch him on Single Ladies. Did you ever see him on Single Ladies?
I didn't actually.
He was when his character got written off or whatever. I was so sad.
Oh,
yeah,
I never.
He was
saw
just
him
as
on
sexy
Single
and smoldering on that show too.
Really?
Yes.
Well, the other girls don't know this, but you do.
Yes.
Eman, but I did meet him last night.
What?
Yes, I did, and I had a lovely conversation with him. And yeah, he's British, and it just completely threw me off.
Yeah.
And I was standing there, and I said, "Well, you know, you do an English accent so perfectly." And you know, him with his fine British accent. Said, "Oh, really? How's your British?" And I was like, "My British is so good." And he's like, "That is the worst British accent I've ever heard."
I don't know what it is about that accent, though. I love it so much. Whenever I'm speaking with someone with, yes, so your accent is amazing. No, with anybody with a British accent, I always want to then, like, speak with a British accent with them. Like, it feels like a game. It's so weird.
I do that, too. If I'm around someone with an accent for more than, like, 5 minutes, I pick it up.
Yeah. Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, not me. It takes me a really long time. But I did get a photo with him, which I think we're going to show a little bit later.
Oh, no.
We can show it right now, right?
Oh, yeah? Are we ready? Could we show our photo of me and sexy smoldering?
I'm so jealous.
Oh, my gosh.
Just talk for a couple of seconds.
Okay.
It was,
And then,
but
So did you call him that?
I did. But okay, here's a very funny thing. I thought we called him that. I thought we made that up. I didn't know it was on the show. So while I'm standing there and I'm telling him, you know, "Oh, so by the way, we call you Sexy Smoldering on our show." And there it is.
Hi.
Isn't he just fabulous?
Where were you? I'm jealous.
We went to see For the Record Tarantino at DBA in West Hollywood.
look at you though with the
And
crop top,
girl,
looking all hot.
Girl,
I see you.
I know. But it was amazing because Rumor Willis was there, and I didn't know anything about them together. But like, it was so fantastic just hanging out with him. But I did mention the show, and he claims he's heard me on the show. I don't know if you're lying or not, but I'm gonna hold you to it. And you said you were gonna come on the show, so I'm gonna hold you to that too. So
We're all gonna tweet you tonight.
very excited for that. But yeah, fantastic guy. And he talked about how he hung out with Christina, Catherine, I'm so sorry, the night before at the rap party.
Yes.
The whole cast was there. That sounded exciting.
Yeah. Today was actually the very last day of shooting for everyone. But sorry, it was just so fun because, you know, a lot of us don't get to hang out all the time together, especially if we don't have scenes.
Yeah.
So sometimes we'll like goof around in the makeup room and everything, but it was just nice to be out of work, you know, in our regular clothes, hanging out. I got to wear some makeup, which was
my
nice.
gosh. And not a baggy shirt and
not a baggy,
sweatpants.
hooded sweatshirt. Yeah.
That's amazing.
So what's a typical day like? How long do you guys shoot for?
Oh gosh, the days are pretty long. They're usually about, I want to say 12 to 14 hours total.
Ooh.
I mean, the crew is really the backbone of the production, right? So they're the ones who are there from the second we're starting to the very end after everyone else leaves, and they're fantastic. And it's actually great because a lot of my scenes are so dramatic, and the crew guys are so fantastic, and they're always just like cracking me up. So honestly, I'm shooting like scenes where I'm crying, and then like in between takes, I'm just like hysterically laughing with them, and it's nice. You know, you need that too. I think you need to find humor in every situation, and even in life, you would do that. So
you would do
it's
that.
so nice to have them.
What do you think about when you're doing all those crying situations? I always wonder that. For me, it would be up. I was telling you guys that.
Tell you emotional preparation.
You can't tell us that?
No, as an actress, that stuff.
Well, it's
that's
so
what,
different, right? It just
I
depends.
didn't
I think
know that. I'm not an actress.
I mean, it's okay. It's not a secret. I think it always depends on what it is that maybe you need, you know, because that's what's at stake, right? Or what is preventing you from having that, and that's it. Yeah.
Very well put.
Sorry, Melina.
I know you're getting all defensive over here.
You have to protect that. No.
Yeah.
Are you from LA?
I'm not. I'm actually from New York, but nobody ever believes me because they meet me and I'm so bubbly and smiley.
That's what I was just gonna say because you're so nice.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much.
Yes, I was just in New York a couple weeks ago. Remember?
Yeah.
I can. No offense, but 5 days max.
Really?
After that, the cab drivers drive me crazy. They're so
they're feisty.
rude.
Mhm.
They are rude.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know how it is when you drive through traffic. Can you imagine doing that for a living? I would probably not be the most chippy person either.
So I ask everybody that's from New York that lives here or the other way around, Which one do you like better?
You know, I get asked that question a lot, and I feel like it's always apples and oranges, right? Because they're so different that you almost can't really compare
them. They're like day and night.
Yeah, they really are. And I think both cities have fantastic things.
Okay, but you gotta pick one.
Yeah, I like oranges better.
Oh boy. I mean, I have to say New York because I'm from there. That's my hometown.
Why does everybody say that?
Yeah.
Wow.
And plus my family is there.
Yeah,
that's home. You know? Yeah.
I get it.
And even New York City, I feel like once you find your own little niche that you can go home to, because otherwise you get overstimulated with the lights and the noise and the people and all that stuff. It's fantastic.
And I hear the people are more real out there, right?
They are.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but you know, I always say you can find nice and rude people anywhere you go.
Exactly.
Right?
True.
Yeah.
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 Well, that's great.
Yeah. But I'm from Queens. I was born in Flushing Hospital.
What?
And then I lived in the Bronx till I was 7. I grew up in New Jersey.
Bronx.
I always joke around. I'm like, the fist pumping never rubbed off on me. I don't know why.
And you never picked up an accent?
No, I went to Virginia for school. I went to UVA, and then so I wonder if they like canceled each other out, like the New York and the Southern. I don't know.
That's so funny. I would have never called that in a million years.
And then I lived in New York City after college, and then moved out here.
Wow.
Yeah.
What did you go to school for?
Well, I kept trying to study business and French. But
wow.
Do
you know French?
No. I should. I totally should know French and Latin. I do not. It's so funny because I saw my 12-year-old cousin today, and I was like, you need to learn Spanish. Spanish or Chinese. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something that will come into use.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But I ended up studying psychology and drama. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very cool. Now, you said your last name is 2 parts, right? Like, part of it is Korean.
Oh, no. My middle name is Haena.
Your middle name
Yeah, that's
is
my Korean
Haena.
name.
Oh, okay.
So your last name is not Haena Kim.
Yeah.
It's just Kim.
It's just Kim.
Kim is like the
Oh.
Smith of Korean last names. Anybody you ever meet from, who has the last name Kim would be Korean.
Oh, how cool. So
Yeah.
do you speak another language?
I'm the
mother
first
tongue?
generation born here.
Okay.
So my grandparents actually immigrated with my parents, and then they kind of had built-in babysitters, right? Because they were
Right.
always working, and so by the time I was born and my brother, my grandparents really helped raise us, and they're kind of more like second grandparents or second parents.
Right,
really.
right.
Second grandparents. And so I used to always speak Korean with them. Yeah.
Oh, how very
Cool.
neat.
So do you all speak Korean on set to each other?
We don't.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Is she Korean as well?
She is.
Okay.
Yeah. We speak a little bit of Korean on the actual show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
later
that's like the
I think
first
last
scene.
episode.
Yeah.
Was that last episode?
It was the first episode.
The first episode, that you were in. And was it the first episode completely too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was where they bonded in the hospital.
You were like, oh, you speak Korean. Okay, maybe I'll talk to you.
Well, I think she's really trying to drive it home. And so she pulls out the Korean, and I kind of use it back at her as a tool, right? Like, kind of, screw you, don't use that against me.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's enough. It cracks the shell, and then it all just spirals from there.
So how do you like working so closely with her?
Oh my gosh, she's fantastic. Honestly, the very first day I was shooting, right? We go in for my coverage for my close-up, and she pulls me aside and says, do you want me to do anything different? Like, and I'm just like, what? Should I do something different? And she's like, no, this is on you. And I was like, exactly. And most actors wouldn't do that, and she certainly doesn't have to do that. This is her show, and I just thought, okay, this is the level we're playing at. Got it, no problem. And she has championed me the whole time that I've been shooting. She pulls me aside. She's always giving me little pointers and tips, and she took me out to brunch the other day.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
I love her even more now.
I know.
She's amazing. She really is. And what's crazier is her mom and my mom at some point used to go to the same hair salon in Tenafly, New Jersey.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
How crazy
Small
is that?
world.
Such a small world.
I know. I love this.
So we get to see you in some of those really nice outfits that she wears later on in the season? Because she is the best dressed on
Oh, I know.
on
Basically,
the show.
she's asking, do we get to see you outside of sweatpants? And
Right. I don't know.
I know we do. We do. I've seen previews
know.
where you're like,
You do. I mean, you saw me in a
Yeah.
hospital gown.
yeah.
And even that, like, it's so funny, right? Because the whole time I'm like, shoot, I hope my butt's not hanging out of this. And you're just like, oh, let's position your legs this way so it's sexier. And I'm like, that's the last thing I think of. Thank goodness you're here.
That's funny.
Hilarious. So, what else happened during this episode?
Oh my gosh, everything happened during
There was
this
a lot
episode.
that happened.
I mean, I don't know. can we talk about Joss and this new little blind date that was
the plastic surgeon?
Yeah, it was so
the
weird.
Labradoodle.
It was
Well, the first thought I had was, wait, should I be going on more blind dates?
I
Are
know,
guys
right?
like that gonna show up?
Right, because he's actually really cute and successful with a good personality.
Really into her.
That doesn't happen in real life.
Not in this town.
But on Mistresses.
If this was real life, he would be like 45.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Bald.
Yeah. Chubby.
Yeah.
Okay,
What
clearly your friends hate you because hopefully they would say you have someone awesome and handsome since you're beautiful.
Friend. That's not her friend.
That's
you
right.
know? Mm-hmm.
That is right.
Yeah. Technically, she doesn't even like her because she's sisters with his ex-wife.
That's right. That's right.
He could be married still. That could be a trap.
I didn't think
you
about
never know.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Yeah, wait, what? Hold on, wait, what? Backtrack.
Wait, lost. Are you talking about Kira?
Yes,
okay.
Kira.
The hostess?
Yes.
Oh, that's her sister's.
No, because
No,
Josh...
she's dating, what's his name?
Harry.
Harry, right? Which is Savi's ex-husband.
Right.
And Joss is Savi's sister.
No, okay, I thought we were talking about something with Scott. That's why I was like, wait,
Scott?
what? Scott's the blind date.
That's the blind date.
It's only the first episode that he's on, so I don't know his name. I just
The
sexy
surgeon.
new guy.
Sexy new guy.
Sexy new guy. Yeah.
I like that. I thought it was really adorable that Dom and Savi came out at the office to HR. It was needed, but I don't know. I thought it was so sweet the way that he did it. Granted, it was, pushed by Tony the Time Waster.
Time sucker.
Oh, Time Sucker. What did we name her last week? You said that I named
McSpicy.
McSpicy.
If you see her,
with
let
all
her
the
know.
Spanish, oh my gosh,
McSpicy.
McSpicy.
I'm curious to see though when she does, whenever she's in the next episode, how she's gonna react to
the news,
them
to
actually being out.
Oh, I don't know. I have the worst poker face ever. I'm like,
I love that. Okay, we won't say anything, but
Our prediction last week was that she was going to try to take him down, go to HR, do this and that.
Yeah, with them coming out first this week, I really love that.
That was really smart.
I think he might have thought that she might do something like that too. So that's probably
because she was really aggressive.
Yeah,
but then at the same time, a lot of us were wrong that Dom was going to do something with Tony.
And I was right.
Yeah.
Him staying late at the office, and I don't know, it just seems so sketchy.
I mean, the previews that they showed for following later did kind of look like something might happen, right? But
and it's still May.
It's we still got 3 more episodes, right?
Yeah, everything's going a little too smoothly with Savi.
Am I confusing? I'm confusing different shows right now. I feel like.
How many more episodes are left?
There's 13 total, so tonight is 4.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
I was totally thinking of another show.
I was really surprised how smoothly it went with HR. I thought there was going to be some kind of a hiccup when they walked in there.
She had a pet ferret, so she's kind of like la la la.
Yeah, I don't know what law office would have a ferret HR person.
No?
Well, they have to work everywhere, right? Equal opportunity. Come on.
That's right.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's like a very...
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, it's such a cute kind of nerdy way to proclaim your love, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's adorable on that show, so...
Yeah, and I love the fact that he told her she was right, and the time sucker, came out to him and all of that. That's very respectable. And he didn't have to admit it. He could have just kept that in and kept it going.
Yeah. Like
but
Savi's
the good guy
doing.
that he is, that I knew he was.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's just trying to make it right because, how they started their relationship, you know, he's like, okay, this all has to be out in the open. Whereas Savi is not taking that road, like going out with this other guy and, buying him tickets.
About that, I don't think she's trying to do anything disrespectful to her relationship. I think it's just more so she feels more at home with this new guy because they went through the same thing, and she can't really come out to everybody else and really let them know that she is going through something, and she does regret the fact that she lost her baby and all of that. She doesn't want to be vulnerable, but with him she can. And I think that's what's going on. I don't think she's trying to be sneaky. It may end up where they hook up or whatever, but I don't think that's her initial.
I hope not. Why did you
because
say
we
that?
see at the end where she's like, "Oh, I don't want to go home yet."
I missed that. What?
That was
something is gonna go down.
Yeah, something has to go down.
Just Savi's just making all these
Mistresses.
choices.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I think it's just sometimes she had this crazy accident, and I think she's trying to convince herself and her friends that she's doing okay, everything is good, and, you know, I'm back on track, I'm back at my job, and she's realizing maybe she's not, right? So maybe this is her like little secret way of dealing with it.
Exactly.
You know?
Especially that scene where she was super vulnerable and it was really emotional. That was the first time that she admitted that losing the baby really did affect her. And I think that was needed because she just kind of just acted like it didn't happen the whole season. But eventually he got her to break down, and I love that.
But I would think that, you know, going back to the fact that, you know, her marriage and everything ended because she was being sneaky, she would be like, you know, more aware of what she's doing and not do those kind of things.
I know, because in the last episode she was saying we have to keep each other in check about this stuff, you know, because we are capable of doing a lot of things.
Right. And then she's going and doing that exact thing. You know?
But Dom's been honest.
He has. And so you would think that that would make her want to also be just as honest and open.
But I think when she bought the tickets for him, it wasn't for her to go with him. She was giving him a gift.
I agree.
Yeah, so but she lied to Dom about it and said the tickets were for Joss. Like,
I get that, like, but I also think that has to do with her not being ready to come out to everybody about her having issues.
No, I agree, but it's like a slippery slope.
I totally agree.
Extremely slippery with soap and everything.
I mean, if it wasn't slippery, then what would we have? It's like
we wouldn't be Mistresses.
We'd have ABC Family.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So we need this. We need
it's so true.
spice.
And even my character, I feel like she starts with one lie, and you know that quickly leads to another lie, and then before you know it,
okay, so I have a question.
Ooh, me too.
Where were the marks? Was that from you, or did your boyfriend really do that, or I was confused?
I guess it wasn't clear. You know, at first she comes into the hospital with a sprained wrist, right? And which is even funnier, right? Because originally it was written that it was a broken wrist, and then they were like, "Shoot, we can't have Catherine in a cast this whole season." So now it's sprained, and they notice that she has these weird marks on her neck. And so they bring in a psyche veil just to, you know, precautionary, you know, just to make sure everything's okay. And slowly the character Karen kind of coaxes out of her that she actually did this to herself. So it's alluded to that she tried to hang herself and probably fell and then sprained her wrist.
Wow. I did not get that.
No, I thought you said it was like a sex thing.
Yeah,
well,
kinky.
I did. Just, you know, on the spot, she asks me a question and I don't know what to say, and I'm obviously not ready to say something. So I'm in denial, and I make up this story about some crazy boyfriend that likes to obviously have rough sex.
But then you kind of admit in this episode that it was something you did to yourself because of your parents.
Yes.
Okay, so that makes so much more sense, that whole, you know, how are you feeling about yourself now?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're understanding you
Thank you
so
for
much
clearing
more.
that up.
Of course. Love this.
Gosh, it's crazy. Yeah, I can't even imagine, so.
That's so interesting. I have a really quick question. So when you first were reading for Anna's part, did you feel that you related to that character? Or was it more like, you know, she's a fantastic character, so of course I would want to play her. But did you feel some sort of connection with it?
You know, I think that's the best part of acting, that sometimes you have, and in life too, right? I feel like you can always find at least one thing in common with anybody you meet. So that's the fun of acting. You put yourself in someone else's shoes and you get to figure out, how do I connect with this person, even if they seem worlds, you know, different than I am. And that's why I keep going back to, she seems like she's really lost and just trying to figure it out. And I think no matter who you are, you can relate to that. And I think if you start there, then you have a place to go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have so much respect for actors because I could never pretend to be anybody else. Like, Eman will come out. So yeah, job well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, you do tell this story really well, Anna's story, and I think, I mean, we were very comfortable with the cast of Mistresses, and then to have Anna introduced, I think we were all pretty excited about it.
We were really
wanted
excited
to see more, and then we found you on Twitter. We kind of stalked you. And then we found you on Facebook, and we thought, oh my gosh, like, this is fantastic. And you do tell a really good story.
Thank you. Well, the writing is fantastic.
Oh, it
so they
is.
make it very easy. And Yunjin is obviously amazing. Alyssa was joking around on a talk show, I don't remember which one, where she said Yunjin is so good that she can actually cry from one eye and then switch it. I mean, obviously joking, right? But she's that good. It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
So how does it feel to sit there and just say what you just said, that Alyssa on set just said? How does that feel? I mean, is this what, did you know that this is what was going to happen for you? Like, you knew.
That's a huge thing to be able to say, right?
Right? I mean, you just, That just blows my mind.
Wait, I'm so confused. You mean about Yoonjin, right?
No, I'm talking about
just both of them.
I'm
being
just talking
able to
about
say
the
you
fact,
know them and work with
that
them.
you're just sitting there. It just came out like, and so Alyssa on set said,
my BFF forever and ever.
Exactly.
You know, I've wanted to act since I was really young, and so everything is just like little kid dream stuff, right? Like there's always a shower in my dressing room, and I'm always joking around. I'm like, when am I ever gonna take a shower in the middle of the day? This doesn't make any sense, but I hope there's always a shower in my dressing room, you know? Everything. I geek out about everything all the time, and I just want to kind of soak it all in because this is the biggest part I've booked so far.
Yeah.
And when you work really hard and this has been your dream job forever, I mean, to actually be doing it, I want to remember every minute of it.
So. And you're doing it on a huge network with a huge cast.
Yes.
So congratulations.
And you have the most exciting part, I feel like, because it's like the most fun of the show right now. Like, it's what we all like want to see.
Cool, thank you. Yeah, and you know, it's such a fun, guilty pleasure, soapy show, but I feel like my character and my storyline has a little more weight, a little more gravitas to it, you know, and we definitely deal with some real issues. I mean, especially when you're in a therapy session, right? Everything comes out.
Right.
So as an actor, it's really fun to play because I feel like it's kind of all over the place. Excuse me. Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question. A lot of people see the name Mistresses and they take it the wrong way.
Right.
If you could explain the show without using Mistresses, how would you explain it?
I think it's about 4 women who thought they were going to be at a certain point in their lives when they got there, and they're not. And they're kind of fumbling through with a little bit of help from their friends. I mean, that's the best way to describe it, right? They rely on each other. They're really each other's mistresses.
Right.
In a way, right? If
I
anything.
like that.
Yeah.
I do like
Mistresses.
that. Because when the show first came out, I was put back by the name.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to watch a show where there's just a bunch of women cheating on their husbands, running around, you know. And that's not really what the show's about. I mean, yes, there's sex. There's a lot of sex.
Yeah.
But
and there's
that's not
equal
what the show is
opportunity,
about.
you know, shirtless men. Yeah.
Hot women, yeah.
I mean,
that's not what the
it's
show
not
is
any more
about.
scandalous than Sex in the City, you
Right.
know?
No,
I mean,
not
that
even
was
close.
that was a lot more scandalous, I think.
Oh, not even close.
And I think just people see the name and judge it, and you can't do that.
No.
You know, when I first saw the name, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And then I gave it a chance, and I loved it. I've been watching it since last year, you know, first season.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's a great show, and I don't think people should judge it by the title or the name.
Oh, I agree. Because it's really the story of these 4 friends, and then now this 5th friend, Anna, who just joined.
And it's based off a show from the UK.
Yeah.
Right.
And, you know, like you, I actually watched the entire first season. So for me, it's an extra treat because you watch a show and you love it. And, you know, it was on all last summer. I mean, I adored it. And so to get the opportunity to actually be on it is... I mean, so cool.
Yeah,
I don't know
awesome.
how to say that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to host the show. Remember, we got a list of all the shows that we could host. Wow. And I was like, I don't want to just host a show that I know nothing about. I want to do something that I'm actually passionate about and I actually watch on a regular basis. Then I convinced you, and now we're here. Pound it.
Pound.
Blow it up. I forgot to blow it up.
You blew it up. Wow.
Twice. I'm still blowing it up.
Okay, blow it up. Got it.
But yes, that's exactly it. And then when you said, you know, Mistresses, I was put off by it. I'm like, oh man, Mistresses. And then I watched it and I was like, oh man, Mistresses. Yes. So yeah, I think most people can relate. Absolutely. That the name but it's a great show.
Yeah.
And tonight kind of proved it to everyone.
Well, can we talk about April's little dinner party that she had with her friends?
Oh.
Because that was one of my other
$5,000 dinner?
No,
April.
No,
April.
When she told all her friends, don't talk about my past, and they were all a little awkward.
Yeah.
They were like overly awkward.
I know. Oh my gosh. And Karen, poor Karen, playing the 5th wheel.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm the Karen of all my friendships.
I feel like we've all been there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everyone can relate to that feeling of not belonging or
it's
wanting
really
to belong.
not a good feeling, and I'm glad that they addressed it because I'm going to take that clip and I'm going to send it to all my friends and tell them not to make me the 5th wheel anymore. But yeah, I'm so glad that I'm glad that what's his name?
Sexy
Smoldering is actually ready to come out with the relationship, and he wants to meet her people.
Oh, but
and
wait,
take it seriously.
Jessica called.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I already told you guys he was going to be a douchebag.
You did. When he went to Vermont.
It's too good to be true. Yeah.
He's exactly.
He's an artist.
He is.
But I like the fact that he's pretending like he's really all in and wants to meet her people.
Well, you know, we're jumping to conclusions, right? Because we have no idea who Jessica is. Jessica could be his sister for all we know. So.
No. You don't look at the phone like that when it's your sister.
Well, you know what? I don't know. But you know what? Like, if that was like a girlfriend or something, like if my boyfriend was like, I can't talk right now, I'd be like, what do you mean you can't talk right now?
Yeah.
You're gonna talk to me. Like, you know,
so it can't be current. Maybe ex, Maybe it was his ex. He went back home to Vermont, and then he accidentally hooked up with the ex, and now she's calling.
Maybe it's
that's
his baby's mother.
Maybe it's the baby's mother, but we don't know about
what
a
baby.
We don't know about the baby yet. We're just saying.
Hypothetically speaking, it could be a baby.
But I think it's more believable that he went back to see his family, hooked up with the ex, and now she's calling because that's what exes do when you just have a one-night stand.
Or Jessica is the redhead that we see in the previews that he's going to be with next week.
Yeah, she catches him with somebody else. You need to watch the last 5 minutes of the show.
I did. I'm so confused.
No, at the end, you see her. And then even April even says, she's like, but I saw him with another woman.
Oh, yeah. Now I remember that. Yeah, and he's like sitting there and she's kind of sitting here and it looks like they're at a club. I did see that.
I'm wondering if that's just like showing how he kind of has this side to him or if that is the Jessica.
Is
like
he an escort?
It could just be
I'm just saying. It could be.
Do you guys work for the same company?
Oh, that would be so interesting.
That would be cool.
That would be so interesting. Okay, I'm going to say that.
What? Escort?
Yeah. He's an escort too?
Why not?
He's an escort?
What do you have that's better?
I just think he's...
Oh, and like Jessica's a client, you mean?
No, Jessica's still an ex.
Okay.
That he hooked up
with.
Well,
yeah,
I'm
Jessica would have to be a client.
Oh, Jessica could be a client. That's good.
But I didn't know. But he could be a male gigolo.
Because
or he could have another girl on the side. It's like week 3 of them dating.
Jessica is the girl on the side. However, I still think he might be... No,
I just think he's just douchey.
Okay. He's not even douchey. He's a man.
Yeah.
A single man at that. Baby. They're not official yet, so really we can't be
They're
like...
not?
No, they're not.
Why would they be official?
Oh, because they write it on paper? No, because he says he wants to see his
because they had sex 5 days straight.
Her friends, and he doesn't want to live in the cocoon anymore.
But that doesn't mean he wants to be exclusive.
Technically, they haven't had the talk.
What?
Come on, Melina. You live in LA. You know that. Well, I mean, you're not single in LA, but ladies.
We're single. Yeah. We know. They're not exclusive.
Oh, my friend always says you say yes until you have to say no.
What does that mean?
Well, about anything. I mean, even about life, you know? About dates, about meeting people, about adventure, everything. You just say yes until you have to say no.
It makes sense now. Yes.
Like, if you're married, you say no.
That's right.
Let's hope so.
Oh, I really hope so.
She doesn't have to say no yet because he hasn't had that talk with her. He hasn't put any ring on her finger. None of that.
I guess that's why Savi's saying yes,
like, why does it gotta be all like? Why can't you?
What do you mean? Do you just assume that you go together?
I mean, yeah. You guys are in the cocoon all the time. He wants to meet your friend.
Doesn't mean anything.
Sex does not mean a relationship.
No, it doesn't. And he moved it past sex. So doesn't that mean a relationship?
No.
But he moved it past sex.
Even meeting the friends doesn't mean anything.
They're still dating. But they're not like boyfriend and girlfriend.
But he got really upset
to answer this question.
He got really upset.
He did.
That she didn't want to tell all her past stories. But then some girl's calling him.
I don't trust him.
He's a girl.
He's too good looking.
He's like a 13-year-old girl.
He's too good looking. I don't trust him. Okay, there has to be like a downfall.
And April's really pretty, but I just think she's a little bit of a basket case herself.
Oh yeah, she's
like
crazy.
Telling your friends you can't say anything about anybody you've ever dated.
Yeah, that was weird.
But it wasn't just dated. It's like, I have this ex-husband who said he was dead. Oh, surprise. No, just kidding. Exactly. And there's another baby mama. And
it's too much at once.
Yeah. It would have been a lot.
Yeah.
I just feel like she shouldn't have to have told her friends not to say that. I know she said that and they were like, Karen, but you talked about it last time or whatever. But like just most of that stuff I would never.
It's common sense.
Yeah,
right?
Divulge anyway.
Yeah.
So. Yeah,
I think because Karen's character was really close with her ex-husband, she just didn't want her to mention it.
Yeah,
didn't they go to college together or something? Yeah, so I think that's why she was like, let me give you a heads up, but you're not gonna say that my ex-husband and you were like BFFs.
They could have said mutual friends. Like,
yeah, it was like really awkward.
It was super awkward.
But you know, like when you're really nervous and you want to make a good impression, you almost like are keeping yourself accountable when you're like, okay, don't talk about this, don't do that. Like, please, you know, behave. Yeah.
If I were her though, I would have said, let's just date a little bit longer before we bring our people into the mix. Because really, they haven't really even been on a date.
Yeah, they haven't been on an exclusive date. They've just had sex dates.
I know, well,
they haven't been outside of the house.
Yeah, he was saying he wants to get out of the cocoon, but I do think, like a dinner like that was probably a little bit too soon. They could have just been doing some activity.
They should have done a dinner like that one-on-one a few times before they brought other people into the mix.
Maybe they did. I mean, this isn't the real world. It doesn't follow them around 24 hours a day. I think they're in a relationship. I was just reading my notes. Sexy, smoldering, building outside the cocoon. He's serious. Very important.
Who wrote those notes?
Yeah, I don't have those. I don't have any of those notes.
Yeah, because she wrote them. Hopeless romantic over here wants everything to be perfect.
Oh man. No, but I definitely agree. He obviously cares about her, right? Yeah. You don't meet the friends for no reason. You don't say let's take this out of the bedroom for no reason.
Yeah. But that also doesn't mean you're exclusive. You can care for somebody and not
Love
be
is
exclusive.
complicated.
Love
Very.
is blind and
especially in LA.
Especially in LA.
Yeah.
I lived in Vegas for a while and I thought that was bad.
No, but see, I hate this because I feel like whatever you keep saying after a while it becomes truth for you.
That's true.
Yeah. So if you keep putting it out there, then you're gonna meet, douchey guys.
My mom says this to me all the time.
Yep. She and I had a conversation.
So I knew you looked familiar.
How about you? Are you single?
Oh, boy.
Put you on the spot.
Oh, boy. I mean, I'm dating. Always boys.
Always say yes till you have to say no.
Exactly.
Yes.
Boy.
Oh,
that was perfect. That's right.
So, the doctor, Christian Keys' character, does he come back? What's going on?
I'm not sure. Oh, right. They went on a date, but I think it didn't go so well.
Yeah, chicken wings.
Chicken wings and pool.
Yeah, that's not her style.
No. She's classy.
She's still pulled together.
Yeah.
Although it'd be great to see her,
let loose.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see him come back.
I did too.
I definitely want to see him.
Speaking of him, I finally got the interview.
Yes.
Do we have it? Can we play it?
Yeah, 1 second.
Okay, we'll just keep talking until. But
so what is this interview? Tell us.
The Think Like the Man premiere was a couple weeks ago, and he ended up being on the red carpet. So I had to pull him aside and say, "Hey, you got to come on our show," and because we do the recap show, and got to chat with him a little bit. He's really cool, and I don't know if he's coming back or not, but I'm hoping to see more of him.
Is he up? Almost. Okay.
Almost.
Yeah, I hope so too. It was really exciting because our little Eman here does a lot of hosting.
Love it.
A lot.
It's not a lot.
Girl, please.
Hopefully we can speak it into existence. But
Zac Efron, what? Excuse me? What other names?
Channing Tatum.
Seth Rogen.
Let's not jinx it, guys. Let's all just like knock on wood,
I think
please.
I've heard of those people, right? I think they've done like one or two things.
I think,
sure,
I think they're on a PBS special. But,
I wish.
So she's always at red carpet events and then comes to the studio, and then we get to kind of like live through her of all these people that she's interviewing. And this one was, I mean, we've been talking about this for a little while, trying to get this video, so I'm so excited that we have it. I don't think it's ready yet, though.
It is ready to go.
Oh, it is ready.
Let's go.
The suspense.
Just on that one over there.
Can we hear it?
I can't.
Yeah, I think we're having a little bit of a technical difficulty.
Oh, you're so beautiful. You're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen.
I wish that's what he was saying.
So he was the doctor that went on the first date with Kieran this season.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh no.
Oh, it's such a bummer.
Yeah, but where if they can't hear it on here, where can they find it?
I will tweet the link again.
Okay.
Actually, I can post it on my site. I just designed a site, a personal site with all my videos, so I can post it on there.
Nice.
EmanRedwan.com.
Oh, what did he just give you right there? What was that?
Oh, okay. So Think Like a Man was based in Vegas.
Yes.
So I had dice. So on the red carpet, I was rolling dice, and based on which number they got, I would just make up a question.
Yeah.
I told him I had it written down, but I was just making up questions. So I asked him, what's the craziest thing an ex-girlfriend had done to him? And I believe he said she stalked him, showed up at his door, like restraining orders, all types of stuff. Yeah, it's pretty hot.
No, that's bad.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
How about you?
That's scary.
Do you have a crazy story?
I don't. I try not to date really crazy people. I don't
That's
know.
good.
I mean, I do date actors, and they're, I mean, inherently
crazy.
just crazy.
Yes.
And weird, which I love. But
Which I love.
no, I mean, every one of my exes and I are on good terms.
Well, that's
and,
good.
Yeah.
What's the worst date you've been on?
The worst date?
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh. It's not even like anything bad happened, but you know when you're on a date and they're not asking you any questions about yourself?
I hate that.
And I'm just like, this
God.
isn't an interview. Like, I mean, it kind of is, I guess, but I mean, did you want to know anything about me? Or is this like the you show? Like, are you going to dance for me next? I don't know what's happening. Yeah, and you just don't want to be there. I mean, yeah.
I hate
I've been
when-
on a date like that.
So if you're dating other actors, are you getting set up with them, or do you know them already? And if you don't know them, do you Google them, like we kind of saw in this episode, to kind of find out
Do you
more
Google
about them?
people? I Google people.
Oh my gosh, I Google people all the time.
too, okay.
Yeah, I'm not even going to put up a front.
actors. You have to.
Yeah, but see, I actually hate to because you find out too much, you know, and that's the fun of meeting somebody,
True.
right? And discovering everything about them, I think.
But then you can, they're like telling you a lie and you're like, yeah, sure. Mhm.
I
Googled
wish
it.
there was an app where you can go on there before a date and do a background check on people.
Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so
Wow.
random. I was sitting at a Starbucks, and let me just tell this
You
story.
have the app.
I know, I don't, but listen to this. A guy was walking past with those Google glasses,
Uh-huh.
right? We all know what those are?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just said, cool Google glasses. Well, he works for an app company, and he created an app, and I don't know what it's called. However, it works with Google Glass that you can look at the person, and it immediately does a background check.
That's creepy.
And I know, it's so freaky.
Oh, it's like the Facebook, like, face recognition kind of
It's
thing,
like
right?
that, yeah.
It's like some FBI stuff.
It's that's so crazy that you
Where
just
do I
said
buy
that.
one?
I don't know. I have his card somewhere. I'll get it to you. But this is so crazy that
Do you understand how much time you could save?
Yeah, you
If
just
we
you would
had
just
that?
look at them and then tap the glass and they
Like,
just bring everything.
I'm over you. No, I'm good.
sorry.
Thank you.
You're how old? 32? Mm-mm. You're 47. Next.
Lies.
Married
Wait,
two
I have-
kids? No.
Really fast. I was looking online at your webpage, and it said under miscellaneous things on your resume, you like gliding in evening gowns,
Oh, boy.
operating a 12 gauge over under shotgun. So you like guns?
So the gliding in the evening gowns thing is because my senior year of college, I was supposed to do an independent film in town, and I was so excited because up until then I'd been doing a lot of theater and then discovered student film. So I thought, oh my gosh, this is the real deal. And then I ended up getting severe pneumonia during
Oh my
sorority
gosh.
rush, like dropped 10 pounds in a week, like sweating profusely. I go to student health and I'm like, I'm not a sweaty person. I don't know what's happening to me right now. And so I couldn't do the film. The director and I had great rapport, and he ended up submitting me for the Miss Virginia United States pageant that year.
Wow.
So I get a call from some fabulous Russian woman named Olga Carpenter, who asks if I want to be interviewed for this. They were in a rush. They just needed a girl to go to the nationals.
wow.
And so that's why I joke around about that. And then one of my really good friends, his granddad has a big lake house by Charlottesville, which is where I went to school. And so we used to go skeet shooting.
Nice. And then, of course, the last one, pole dancing. Which
It is
fits,
such a good workout. What?
It fits with your character. I mean, escorts should probably know a little pole moves
Have
or
a
so,
little
just in
move.
case.
Yeah, a couple moves.
Those limos, that have the poles.
Do you know from experience?
No, I lived in Vegas. I saw a lot of
Very
things.
familiar.
Yeah.
I like that though. That was a great little mini you bio.
Oh, it is, because I would have never imagined half of those things. Because you do come off as such a good girl. Not saying that those things are bad. I'm just saying, not, risk taker and who knows?
I actually wanted to take pole dancing classes with my girlfriends. Like, where do we
I do
that?
too.
I took it in at S Factor in
Okay.
New York.
Oh,
they have
S
one
Factor.
actually
They
here on
do.
La Brea.
Okay.
They do go there.
Cool.
Listen, it's a vertical pole. Just to stay on it, you have to
a
work
I have
so
no arm
hard.
strength.
It's
Yeah.
a
I'll be
like,
upper body
Yeah.
strength.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
right.
But yeah, I love adventure. I love to travel. I got to travel. I got to backpack around Europe a couple summers ago, and it was me and 2 dudes, like one of my really good high school buddies, and I packed lighter than them. Thank you. What? And yeah, I ended up doing 5 countries and 10 cities in 15 days. None of it was planned. I mean, Europe is so fantastic, and everyone travels so much, you know, and they're so welcoming. It was great.
What was your favorite place to visit in Europe?
Okay, so my first night, I just randomly found a ticket to Frankfurt, Germany. I just had to get to Europe, right? And then I took a puddle jumper to Rome, but through all the traveling, I never got to eat dinner. So we're partying. It's literally like Da Vinci Code stuff because I didn't have an international phone at the time. And so I'm trying to meet up with my friends. They're leaving like notes at the hotel lobby.
Oh my gosh.
And so we're partying, we're dancing the night away, and all of a sudden it's like 2 or 3 in the morning, and I realize I'm starving. And so we stumble into a piazza. There's this huge group celebrating somebody's birthday, and we're like, please tell us, like, where can we get fantastic Italian food? So this guy is celebrating his 30th birthday, and he's like, no, you are in my country, you're coming home with me. And he literally made us like pasta sauce from scratch, espresso on the stove. We stumble out at like 5:36 in the morning, and all I could think was at the time I was living in New York. First of all, I would never ever bring strangers to my house if we could even fit in my tiny like West Village apartment, right? And what would I make you, cereal? Like, I'm not cooking pasta sauce from scratch.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
It was fantastic.
Oh, yeah. So what else is going on with you other than Mistresses? Do you have any stuff coming up?
Yeah, actually, I have a film coming out later this year. I have a little part in it, but it's actually Paul Thomas Anderson's next film, Inherent Vice. And he's arguably, I mean, I think the most fantastic living,
he is
modern director we have. And it's really funny because I was supposed to go to a different casting. I get sent to the wrong suite in the correct building. And so I start opening the door, and this woman literally yells, "No, don't dare do that." And I'm thinking, what? I just and she opens the door all the way, and she has 2 little dogs, and she's instinctively yelling at them not to run outside, not for me not to come inside. So she asks if I'm there to see her, and I'm like, I don't know, I'm so scared right now. And long story short, it was Cassandra Koulakundis, who's his go-to casting director, and she was in town. She'd flown in the night before. No one was allowed to know she was in town yet.
Oh my gosh.
And so she's printing out sides, and she's like, I just want to put you on tape. She happened to be looking for an Asian girl. Wow. And the film is set in the 70s. Normally I do go for the good girl next door businesswoman, and I went in for this like hot mess hairstylist, right? So I had go in with like beachy hair, hot pink lipstick, leopard print top, and it just all kind of worked for the thing she was casting.
Serendipity.
And and so she put me on tape. I go to my other audition 45 minutes late. They don't even care. They get a kick out of the story. And when I come out, she's lurking in the hallway. She's like, I emailed the director. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. What? You emailed Paul Thomas Anderson? And she wanted to put more stuff on tape. She's from New York, so instantly I just loved her. And ultimately they thought I was too clean cut for the part. So they gave me something else.
That's amazing.
Crazy.
Yeah, and I remember when it was happening, I was like, I need to remember moments like this, because they're so far in between.
Yeah. That's something you're going to tell your kids about and your grandkids.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when you're an actor, you know, or a host. You know how this job is. It's so up in the air, you never know. And so I feel like you need to just kind of, you know, pocket those moments for a rainy day. So
definitely.
Yeah.
Just goes to show you whatever's meant for you will never miss you.
Yeah. It's true. And again, you have to say yes until you have to say no, right?
True.
Because I could have been like, I'm running away. You are crazy. Stop yelling at me. You nut. Yeah. But I was like, okay, sure, I'll be 45 minutes late.
That worked out.
That's an awesome story.
Fantastic.
That is a really good story.
Well, we do have to wrap it up. But is there anything else you want to give us a little shout out for? Anything else you're doing?
That's the biggest project for sure. I mean, my reps are so fantastic. So literally the day I repped, they are sending me out on stuff. But
awesome.
Where can everybody find you?
Oh, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter. It's Catherine H. Kim. And my Facebook page is Catherine Haena Kim Official.
Ooh, all right, everybody, go out and check her out there. Melina, where can we find you?
You can find me at Melina TV on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Yep. I just want to give a quick shout out to Mistresses Daily. It's a whole webpage and a Twitter account. They were giving us so much love today. I'm so happy that they were supporting, and they had an interview of you on their page too. So that was really cool.
Our fans are so fantastic. I can't even tell you. We literally hashtag Mistresses Family.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Mistresses Family. But yes, you can find me Twitter, Instagram, XOXOCESCA.
You can find me on emanredwan.com. It's EMANREDWAN.com.
Nice. And you can find me at Virginia Reyna on Twitter and Instagram. Thanks so much, guys. Have a nice night.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. This is Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff. We would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.